Did you know that SpaceX's Starlink satellite constellation is now the world's largest commercial satellite network? With over 2,000 satellites in orbit, Starlink is providing high-speed internet access to people in remote and underserved areas around the globe. But how did SpaceX achieve this remarkable feat? Let's find out. SpaceX, led by Elon Musk, is making waves with its Starlink project, a constellation of satellites providing global, high-speed internet coverage. Launched in 2019, Starlink has rapidly grown, boasting over 2 million users across 60 countries. This internet service is vital in remote areas and during crises, like in war zones or natural disasters. Starlink is more than just a tech project. It's big business for SpaceX, contributing significantly to its revenue. In 2022, Starlink reportedly brought in $1.4 billion, and by November 2023, it achieved break-even cash flow. It's projected that by the end of 2023, Starlink could make up 40% of SpaceX's business, surpassing $3 billion in revenue. Critics raise concerns about Starlink's impact on geopolitics, accusing Elon Musk of enabling aggressors like Vladimir Putin. Musk, however, emphasizes its humanitarian role, pledging support to aid organizations in conflict zones. Scientists worry about the vast number of satellites disrupting astronomical observations. Starlink, with around 5,000 active satellites, constitutes a major share of all orbiting satellites. Despite these concerns, SpaceX pushes forward, expanding Starlink's reach. What sets Starlink apart is the constellation of low Earth orbit satellites, providing more flexibility and quicker capacity expansion compared to traditional providers. Legacy services launch large satellites into geostationary orbit, but Starlink introduces new satellites rapidly, avoiding capacity constraints. Beyond consumers, Starlink has expanded into enterprise markets, serving industries like maritime and aviation. Notably, it's gaining traction in the maritime sector, securing commitments from over 4,000 vessels. It's also making headway in aviation, with commitments from hundreds of commercial and business aircraft. Well, if you're enjoying our content and getting some value, please consider subscribing to our channel. One key aspect of Starlink's expansion is its plan to offer satellite connectivity directly to smartphones. In collaboration with telecom partners like T-Mobile in the US, SpaceX aims to allow seamless roaming onto a space-based network extension when users face poor cellular coverage in urban areas. This feature, introduced in Apple's iPhone 14, enables users to stay connected even in remote or challenging locations. Starlink's success can be attributed to SpaceX's vertical integration. SpaceX handles everything from satellite manufacturing to launching and crafting its own service. This independence from external suppliers and distribution channels has contributed to its rapid growth. The technology behind Starlink is user-friendly and portable. Users only need a small and relatively inexpensive antenna or terminal, which they can easily connect to a power source. However, making this equipment user-friendly came with initial high costs. The manufacturing cost of the consumer antenna was initially around $3,000 per unit, but SpaceX has managed to reduce it to under $600. Despite this cost reduction, residential customers are charged $599 to buy the equipment. Starlink's geopolitical significance became evident during the Russia-Ukraine war. The service became a crucial tool for communication in war-torn areas. Elon Musk highlighted Starlink's importance at the 2023 Viva Technology Conference, stating that it was the backbone of Ukrainian military communications. Starlink's resilience became evident as it continued to operate when other communication systems were taken down. SpaceX began offering Starlink services to Ukraine in February 2022 at the request of Ukraine's digital minister. Starlink provided a reliable pathway for military and civilian communication during a time of crisis. However, SpaceX expressed reservations about how the technology was being used offensively, particularly in coordinating drone strikes. Gwynne Shotwell, SpaceX's president and COO, emphasized that Starlink was never intended to be weaponized. Questions arose about Elon Musk's influence when it was revealed that he had refused a request by Ukrainian military officials to turn on Starlink service in Crimea in September 2022. Musk was reportedly concerned that enabling such a request could lead to a sneak drone attack on a Russian naval fleet, potentially escalating the conflict into a nuclear war. In June 2023, the US Department of Defense signed a contract with SpaceX for using Starlink in Ukraine, highlighting the service's role in critical communications. SpaceX also secured a $70 million contract to create a military-specific version called Star Shield. However, concerns about Starlink's impact on global politics led some countries, like the European Union and China, to invest in their satellite networks. Taiwan, worried about Elon Musk's ties to China through Tesla, expressed interest in a satellite network for added security. The scientific community raises concerns as SpaceX plans to launch thousands more Starlink satellites, reaching up to 42,000. Competitors like Amazon and OneWeb also aim to deploy additional satellites. Astronomers worry about the increasing number of satellites affecting night sky observations, as illuminated satellites interfere with telescope images. Despite SpaceX's efforts to address these concerns by modifying satellite designs, astronomers emphasize the need for precise satellite tracking to minimize disruptions during observations. Satellites, like those from SpaceX's Starlink project, can interfere with radio astronomy, prompting negotiations for them to pause transmissions when passing observatories. The increasing number of satellites also raises concerns about space debris, potentially making parts of Earth's orbit unusable. A report from the Federal Aviation Administration, FAA, and the Aerospace Corporation suggested that by 2035, Starlink satellites could pose 85% of the risk to aviation and people on the ground from falling space junk. The report raised concerns about potential injuries or fatalities every 2 years if Starlink satellites don't fully burn up during re-entry. SpaceX disputed the report, claiming it relied on flawed analysis and outdated data, emphasizing their track record of Starlink satellites safely burning up upon re-entry. The Federal Aviation Administration, FAA, and SpaceX declined interviews regarding concerns about space debris from Starlink satellites. While there's doubt about the risk of debris causing harm, there are environmental worries about the chemical impact when these satellites burn in the higher atmosphere. Starlink, SpaceX's satellite project for the global internet, has experienced significant growth. However, challenges lie ahead. The pace of growth may slow due to demand saturation. Many eager users have already subscribed. To boost demand, Starlink has reduced the cost of user terminals in targeted campaigns. Starlink's future success is linked to SpaceX's Starship, a next-gen reusable rocket facing delays. Starship's larger capacity is crucial for launching more satellites and replacing aging ones. The competition is also intensifying, with Amazon's Project Kuiper emerging as a challenger. Amazon plans to test its satellite network with customers by late 2024, adopting a similar approach to SpaceX's vertical integration. Looking ahead, there's an expectation of more low Earth orbit (LEO) broadband internet systems. These systems, like Starlink and Project Kuiper, offer flexibility and mobility, making them powerful tools not only for national security, but also for connecting disadvantaged and rural populations lacking reliable connectivity. As these technologies evolve, careful consideration of their environmental impact, competition dynamics, and the benefits they bring to various communities becomes increasingly crucial. The future of satellite-based internet services hinges on technological advancements, successful competition, and responsible management to address potential challenges and concerns. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. Thanks for watching.